Hello and welcome to Six Set with Tunes TV. I'm Connor O'Keen.
I'm Regan, Boyce.
And this week we're talking about the double EP launch that just occurred at the Bendi Requite.
Launching
their EP. Followed by In Eden Slain, Claret Ash, also launching an EP. And
Myridian.
Headlining. Yes, headlining. This was my first time seeing, every band on this lineup except In Eden Slain. This seems like more of a you lineup than a me lineup. You're more kind of steeped in the black and sound of this scene.
More like within my subgenre, but even at a sub-subgenre level, not quite my scene.
Okay.
It's that more like gazy black metal that I don't normally go for.
Yep.
And less of that like ferocious onslaught kind of thrashy black metal that I love. Bands that I've been seeing for years, like Myridian on there, Requite, good friend of the channel.
Yes, yeah,
playing his first ever live show. Everyone gets one. You always go check out your mate's first live show.
There's something really special about getting to witness a mate's first show, and I think everybody kind of felt that because Requite had quite the turnout. And played quite the sick set, I must say. I was really impressed. Again, a first show can go any number of ways, especially when they're playing to backing tracks, and that brings with it its own set of, it's its own can of worms. Yep. I think they did it with aplomb.
They did. Keen eyes will notice the lack of a drummer in the background. Currently on the market for a drummer, so not letting it hold him back, just hitting the live stage.
Yeah, I was really impressed, particularly with the guitarist's performance. Matt, of course, friend of the channel, and we don't want to play favourites here, but God, how can you not? Look at him, he's just gorgeous.
I believe this was track 2 because I remember just how hard he was going.
Yeah, very cool. And Andrew on vocals really fucking blew me away, dude. He has the most appropriate presence for this kind of music,
and moments of just supreme confidence. I don't know if Andrew's performed live before, and if that was his first time performing live, again, moments of nervousness as you expect. Especially there were some small hiccups at the start. They lost their place. For that to happen once at the start of the set and then not influence the rest of the set, like we kind of said the other week, it's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about rolling with the punches.
Absolutely.
And that was a big punch well rolled with.
Absolutely, yeah. And that bodes really well for their future as a band and as professionals in the scene, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see a dummy spit, especially not at the first show. When everyone's rocked up to be there, to support you and stuff, it dampens the mood considerably, and mood was not dampened one iota. I've seen grim vocalists before that aren't engaging or don't excite me in the way that a vocalist for a power metal band or a more theatrical band might. But Andrew has this really wonderful theatricality in the way he performs. Does a lot of gesticulating and shit, and I love that. So that really thrilled me.
And for a genre that prides itself on being grim and everything must be evil and serious. When you think about the best vocalists in there, they are the most flamboyant. There is showmanship to Dimmu Borgir, to Watain, even to Mayhem. You look at how Attila comes out these days, and it's all flair. Great vocal sound. The reverb drenching on it was just mwah. Makes that sound that cavernous.
I was going to say, I was literally took the words right out of my mouth. Appropriately cavernous.
I made a special note here that Matt plays on the guitar with fan frets, and that's sexy AF. My own words there.
Look, the size of the crowd for an 8:30 slot at the Bendi, beautiful. When you just start a band and you get that early groundswell of friends coming in to support you, those friends usually fuck off right after your set. I don't know, is there a fix for that? Can you encourage friends and stuff to stick around?
Part of it's sticking around yourself, just making sure you're in the band room for the rest of the night so that your friends gravitate around you as well.
Yeah, totally. I will say,
tempting it is to go to the beer garden, let them all chew your ear off and suck your dick about how good you were.
Yeah.
And on that note as well, I know this is hard as someone who's had to do merchandising themselves, music projects. Fuck me, it's a lot of capital up front to buy your first load of t-shirts.
Oh my god, yeah, you have to bankroll it.
Yeah, but again on that, just while you've got all those people there supporting your first shows, get your first logo print shirt out there.
Yeah, if you get just a simple front black and white logo shirt, it's not gonna break the bank. and you will, like, just again based off that groundswell of mates wanting to support your project, you will make that money back and then some, and that can go into the the next recording or whatever. In Eden Slain. Now, we had the pleasure of seeing these guys just a month ago at the Orpheus Portraits EP launch. I was curious how I was going to feel about these guys seeing them at the Bendi, because the EP launch was at the Evelyn, and that is a venue that sounds quite nice. The Bendi, on the whole, I can't say the same about. I love this venue as a punter. I have some really cherished memories of playing here in Triple Kill, and in my first band, Cyanide Teeth.
It takes delicate hands to make a band sound good at the Bendi.
Yeah, definitely. And these guys sounded good at the Bendi.
Absolutely.
And they crammed 7 members on stage, and the log! They crammed 7 members in the log!
I believe there's more decorations on the log as well.
I think the log got an upgrade, which we love. We love that, because goddamn, I want to see him at the Forum. I don't want to see him at the Bendi. I want to see him at the Forum.
I could see them being the next neighbor of Ascaris, who only play hometown shows at 170 Russell.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a journey to get there, but it's on a good trajectory so far.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of sound, there was something I noticed during the night as well, especially with all these different styles of extreme metal that's best played near max volume.
Mm-hmm.
What's the right way to phrase this? Making the room sound big versus filling a room with big sound.
Yeah, sure, I can feel that.
In Eden Slain made the room sound big. If you close your eyes, and we said cavernous in terms of earlier material with the vocals in Requite, but this was just, if you close your eyes, you could imagine that you're actually in a 170 Russell, that you're in quite a substantially larger venue.
Yeah,
it just had that very filling sound that kind of hit walls far away and came back to you.
Yeah, it was like where Requite was cavernous, this felt kind of encompassing. Very cool.
Just a really fine touch on the sound there. Dr. Mike, I believe, was on sound. Yeah, just a very, very layered sound with so many band members. It just sounds really well put together live. It's one, with so many moving parts, it would only take one being out of place to throw the whole sound off.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, perfectly layered, like lasagna. You need to play good lasagna.
Yes, dude, lasagna core. You're welcome. All right, next up was Claret Ash.
Tonal shift, even just from the image here.
Yeah, man, it got proper fucking grim.
Drenched in black, harsh strobe, the corpse paint.
Yeah, it was went from an Eden Slain being this is the dark version of The Little Mermaid, to these guys coming out and just being ah! And you're oh, fuck!
And that level of intensity matched in the music as well. It was actually a bit of a striking tonal shift. It took me a while to recalibrate myself.
Reacclimatize, yeah.
I had to kind of go back in the room for a little bit like a coward I am, and then slowly crawl my way back up under this new assault of sound.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what we were talking about before of what I was talking about before is these guys filled the room with sound. They put big sound in small room. Fucking, if you couldn't stand it, get the fuck out, coward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had my earplugs in, that's for damn sure, but and it made the sound not deafening, but once I'd acclimatized to that sound, I found it utterly engrossing. Particularly, this was a point where I really noticed the drumming. I believe the fellow's name was Stuart on drums. The blasts that man was able to conjure were I was standing there slack-jawed. Literally fucking slack-jawed. I moved to the back of the room just to bask in this sound. By the end of the set, I watched the last 2 songs from the back of the room, not with my arms folded and kind of looking down my nose, just this is almost overwhelming. I need to just take a step back.
I did the opposite. I moved up to get a good view of him.
Look at him go, dude.
Yeah, just machine gun on the snare at times.
Yeah, dude. Well,
phenomenal.
A drummer wearing a Flesh God shirt. That's what you wanna see.
Yeah, this is my type of black metal.
Yeah, so do you think this is the most your type of black metal on the bill?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
And you've seen these guys before?
No.
Oh, amazing. Okay. So these guys are from ACT?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Well, fuck, it was great to have them in our town, and pleasure and an honour to see them. I have to give massive props to Claret Ash for the live fade out to an acoustic bit.
But then it also faded back in.
And then fading back in, that I think, was I with you?
Yeah,
Did I, like, elbow you? I was like, live fade out to acoustic. Like, blew my fucking mind. Really cool. Well done.
Not done enough.
No, not done enough. And it's not the sort of thing I thought could be done.
Yeah, a lot of bands do it on record and then just don't do it live.
Yeah, or you play a track, you have a backing track or whatever. This was sick. Last up for the night was Myridian, the headliners.
Hell yeah, stalwarts of the scene.
Stalwarts of the scene I have never seen before. How do they hold up for you?
Very good. It's such a cliche term thrown around of just, sounding big, sounding, cosmic scale, words like that. But I think Myridian do that very well, particularly in the keys section as the backing of not being so forward as say an Orpheus might do.
No, they're not there to provide hooks or pull your attention away from, I don't know, a riff or whatever. It's there to complement the atmosphere more than anything.
Gorgeous ambience.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got video of it, probably not in here, just me closing my eyes up against the wall, just absolutely vibing out to this.
Yeah, this is music to bask in for sure.
I guess that's just honing your craft over so many years. I mean, Myridian must be going for at least 10 years at this point.
God damn.
In my mind, I feel like they're kind of like your Orpheuses and your Hybrid Nightmares in that kind of starting pack.
Yep.
That cohort, if you will.
The kind of wash of guitars that Myridian has creates this kind of somber tone that I found really moving and beautiful, simultaneously juxtaposed by the brutality of it all and the darkness. It was really fucking cool. Very, very fun again too, just bask in and be like, I don't know how I feel.
Makes me feel small, like I'm staring at the stars.
Yeah, man. That kind of feeling minuscule and insignificant, but in a really wonderful way. Kind of, makes you go, nothing matters, and that's beautiful.
I'm but a germ, the petri dish. Man is the virus.
Myridian were wonderful, and I'm very keen to see them again. They are playing, supporting Hail More. I think next month.
Good pairing.
Huge bill that is. I'm very keen for that one.
As a more doomy band, not in my wheelhouse, generally too impatient for doom, but I've seen Myridian so many times because every time they're on the lineup, I make sure I stick around and see them. They're not to be missed.
Yep. They made a fan out of me. I am a convert. In closing,
Requite.
Six set.
Congratulations on your first six set and your sick first set.
God, it was genuinely thrilling to go up to Matt afterwards and say for the first time, hey man, six set.
Oh man, for someone I've got so much banter with and, just typical boys banter of calling each other the meanest things constantly, to then break that and be like, hey man, that was actually really good. I'm really proud of you, man. Six set. Yeah. Can't wait to see more.
Absolutely.
And then go back to the horrific things.
Get that out of the way and then, In Eden Slain.
Oh, six set, as always.
Absolutely.
Log set, six set, sick log.
Sick log, dude. That's so good.
Beware of log.
And Claret Ash.
Six set.
Oh my god. Live fade out into an acoustic thing. Forget about it.
Tear your face off
and then fade back into having a face live on stage. Don't know where I'm going with that. Myridian.
Six set.
Six sets all round.
What a closer.
There you go. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Six Set with Tunes TV. I've been Conor O'Kane.
I've been Regan Boyce.
And you've been fucking lovely. We'll see you next month, maybe.